When I first got the call, I was standing here in our kitchen. She had already been extracted from the vehicle and airlifted to Parkview Regional Hospital in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Honestly, praying to God is, please let my wife be all right.
Kim Allred was driving home to Tennessee when an 18-wheeler came around the corner and slammed right into her driver's side door.
I felt very powerless, you know, that fear of not knowing if she's going to be okay, that bothered me the most. I prayed to the Lord, please, Lord, let me get there. Let me give her a kiss. Let me hold her hand one more time. When I arrived at the hospital, she was on a ventilator and, you know, she was knocked out. She had chest tubes and everything. It's still in kind of a disbelief that, you know, this can't be my wife. This is not. I just talked to her last night. They told me that, Mr. Allred, right now we're just trying to keep your wife comfortable. And that really hurt. In my mind, I was thinking, I'm not going to see her again. She is going to go home to the Lord.
She had a traumatic brain bleed. At her age of 64, a full recovery was less likely, if even at all. Dennis and their 3 adult children reached out to their church for prayer and support. Every day they called Dennis, praying for her over the phone as she lay in a coma.
Seeing her in that, you had to take a deep breath and stand next to her bedside and just pray again.
About 3 days later, Kim began showing signs of improvement. Although doctors now thought she would at least survive, she might never be the same person.
They were unsure how bad the brain bleed, the traumatic brain injury was. You know, is she going to lose her speech? Is she gonna lose her memory? Is she going to, you know, they were uncertain.
Facing an unsure future, Dennis clung to his hope for the miracle that his wife would still have all her cognitive abilities.
There again, you pray to God that, please, Lord, you've blessed me once by letting her live with me. I'm gonna stay with her forever, but please, you know, let her remember me and her kids and try to have a normal life after this traumatic injury.
After 3 days of Kim enduring multiple surgeries, Dennis began to notice something.
I didn't even know this about my wife, but she knows sign language. So she came out of her induced coma just enough or whatever, and we figured out she was saying eat and water. When I saw that happen, that was the turning point. I knew that God had her.
Kim remained in the ICU for a week, with her family praying by her side. Soon after, she fully awoke from the coma, but with some memory loss.
I don't remember getting off the expressway. I don't remember getting hit. I would get frustrated because I can't do what I normally do. I get tired really fast.
After rehab for several weeks, Kim was finally released home, where she continues to remember more and recover more and more each day.
They said that it's a miracle that I wasn't paralyzed from the neck down. I felt rejuvenated. I felt hopeful. Very, very hopeful. God gave me a lot of hope, and he's like, you're not alone. You're gonna get through this. The brain injury has been my biggest obstacle. This has slowed me down, and I am good with slowing down now. I listen to him more. I pay attention. I'm not always in a race. I'm not in a race anymore. There's no racing.
Today, Dennis and Kim continue to share with others their miraculous testimony of God's healing power.
Until something like this happens, and it makes you understand that God really is. You may believe, but you don't really understand. When you have a traumatic something like this happen, there's no doubt in my mind. You know that he's real, and you know that he's with you. It's a miracle all on its own that she is still here at all today. God is definitely a miracle worker.
I'm not overworking, and I'm trying to take my time to get to know more about my God. Because, you know, just when you think you know it all, you don't. You know, I made it out of that car. So I know he's got something for me. God's got a plan for me that I have to finish. This is my new beginning.